The bread basket landed between my nephew's steak and my sister's wine glass. Warm rolls, butter melting on the side. My son Leo looked at it, then at me. He didn't reach. "We didn't order for your son," my sister said. She smiled when she said it, like she was helping. My father chewed his $100 ribeye and nodded. "You should have packed him something." Leo is 7. He understands hunger. He also understands when an adult decides he doesn't count. I smiled. Noted. That was the whole word. Noted. My sister blinked once, then turned back to her plate. My father cut another piece of steak. My brother-in-law laughed at something on his phone. My nephews, 12 and 14, devoured their desserts without looking up. Leo slid his hand under the table. I held it. The waiter came back after 8 minutes. I know because I counted. He asked if we wanted anything else. I stood up, not fast, not slow, just standing, which meant I was suddenly taller than everyone at that table. My sister looked up with her mouth open. My father paused with a fork halfway to his face. "I'd like to announce," I said, "that I am paying for this meal." My sister laughed. One short ha. "Every plate," I continued. "Every steak, every dessert, every glass of wine, including the bread basket you gave to my son." The waiter waited. He was young and had good instincts about when not to speak. "That's very generous," my father said. He had not said anything generous to Miss Me in years. "It isn't generosity," I said. "It's a receipt." My sister put down her fork. "What does that mean?" I turned to the waiter. "Please split the check. My portion covers everything. Then bring my sister and my father their copies." The waiter left. My sister's face shifted. Not guilt, calculation. She was trying to figure out what I had done. "Here's what's on your copy," I said quietly. $143 for 4 meals you couldn't afford last month. $48 for 2 desserts you told your husband not to buy. And a note that says your brother hasn't spoken to you since this dinner. My father set down his fork. "That's not, and on yours," I said, turning to him. "The cost of one dinner where you watched your grandson sit hungry and said nothing, plus the cost of every birthday card I still send you, plus the cost of the funeral you didn't attend." The table went still, the kind of still where you can hear ice settling in glasses. "I'm not angry," I said. And I wasn't. That was the strangest part. "I'm just telling you what you already know. I've been keeping receipts for 30 years, not out of spite, out of reality, because someone had to remember what happened." My sister opened her mouth. "Don't," I said. She closed it. The waiter returned with 3 copies of the check. I handed him my card without looking at the total. Then I picked up the bread basket. I placed it in front of Leo. "Eat," I said. He ate. 2 rolls. Quietly. My sister stared at her hands. My father stared at the table. The kid said nothing because kids learn quickly when the adults have stopped pretending. I didn't leave immediately. That would have been a scene. Instead, I sat back down and drank my water. 1 sip, 2, letting the silence do what silence does when people have nothing left to say. When Leo finished, I stood up again. "Good dinner," I said. "Good to see everyone." My sister said, "You don't have to." "I know," I said. "That's why I did." We walked out. Leo held my hand. The door closed behind us. The parking lot was cold and the sky was clear, and my son looked up at me and said, "Was that rude?" I thought about it. "No," I said. "That was the opposite of rude. Rude is pretending people don't exist while they're sitting right in front of you. I just stopped pretending." He nodded like he understood. Maybe he did. Kids understand hunger and counting better than adults give them credit for. I drove home. I didn't cry. I didn't feel powerful. I just felt done. And done, I realized, was better than hungry.